What's up, everyone? Adventures in Bitcoin with a quick Sunday afternoon update. It's July 29th. Yes, July 29th, 2018. And Bitcoin sitting at $8,204. And in my last video, I talked about how once it got through to this, it passed this 618 Fibonacci retracement number, that it would start to use this as a floor, and that's pretty much what's happening. If you've watched my video on chart reading, you can see there's right here I circled a bull flag, what's known as a bull flag or bull pendant, indicating that prices will probably go higher, which it did, blowing past this bearish trend line. And then now it's forming almost another bull flag, or you can call it a cup and handle, which you can see the cup and then the handle starting to form as it continues to go sideways, which is also bullish. So we could see higher prices starting as soon as tonight or tomorrow. But the significance is this 618 number, this line, this blue line where it crosses into this lighter blue. That's significant in my eyes. And once we establish this as a good floor, like as more days go by and it doesn't go through this significantly, it'll reinforce that floor, and we can anticipate that prices will not go much lower. Ethereum is looking pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of decoupled from Bitcoin, so it didn't follow Bitcoin on that run. But this is a very healthy recovery. This trend line here, considering Ethereum and Bitcoin were the first two, right? First two cryptocurrencies, and they're ripe with problems. They're actually in the cryptocurrency space. They're considered the old guys. The technology's old and outdated, and they're seeing problems with the network. They're trying to repair it. They're trying to fix it, trying different technologies and different ways to improve the performance so they don't. Scaling is a big issue with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we have these quote-unquote Ethereum killers that have come out trying to solve this problem, like EOS and Tron. I actually made a list. I did a video on this list a few videos back, and where I was talking about what each of these do, and I've marked them here on the right column, what I would call ETH Killers. So they're kind of designed to solve the scaling problem with Ethereum and hopefully take over Ethereum. The problem is these guys haven't been performing too well. Like EOS has been kind of a disappointment. If you look at the price here, how it fell, and there's a lot of hype surrounding it. There's a lot of money behind it. They've got a great team, but they've been ripe with issues. Tron, on the other hand, the price has been falling, but what I like about Tron is Tron has Justin Sun. He's the leader, and he's very chatty on Twitter, and he's the biggest cheerleader, obviously, because it's his project. But he's always putting out updates, and he's been criticized for that. People saying that stop talking and put up or shut up. Let's see something happen. And that's going to be the real difference between these altcoins, because the competition is pretty huge. I mean, look at all these coins: EOS, Cardano, Neo, Tron, Quantum, and list gets well down here at number 26. They're all looking to take over Ethereum. Meanwhile, Ethereum is just chugging along. Let's pull that chart up. Looking great, while these guys are just can't seem to create some momentum. Now the thing is, if Bitcoin and Ethereum, I always say, will make you wealthy over time, or I should say more wealthy than you are now. But the altcoins will make you rich. maybe filthy rich. The problem is you got to find the ones that are going to do well. So what separates these guys? What's going to separate these guys and make one stand out from the other, or one successful while the other ones fail, is, not talking a good game, but actually proving and actually making things happen. And that's what people are looking for, because you'll see a pump in the price when you see an announcement of a partnership, or sometimes a rumor of a partnership. In the case with Tron, if we go to social here and look at these feeds, the big thing that happened recently was the acquisition of BitTorrent. It's in here somewhere. There we go. BitTorrent is now part of Tron. BitTorrent is the largest peer-to-peer sharing protocol, has over 100 million active users, so it's big news for Tron. So that's the things I'm going to be looking for. If you're not a Twitter user, you can always come over to CoinMarketCap and go to the coins, each coin, and go to social and see the feeds. I like to subscribe to them because this is the news that's going to really make or break these coins going forward. When news comes out about partnerships, and these coins are actually being used for something, not just pie in the sky promises. So as you know, I talked about in the last video, the SEC denied the second attempt of the ETF brought to them by the Winklevoss twins, and the price just shrugged it off. Bitcoin just didn't care, which is really positive. That's because it's very negative news as far as regulation is concerned, and it didn't affect the price. That's pretty significant. But what's more significant and what's more interesting is that one commissioner out of, I think there's 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them, one commissioner just went public saying, was totally against the ruling, and was very public about it. And she says here, I am concerned that the Commission's approach undermines investor protection by precluding greater institutionalization of the Bitcoin market. More institutionalization participation would ameliorate many of the Commission's concerns with the Bitcoin market that underlie its disapproval order. More generally, the Commission's interpretation and application of the statutory standards sends a strong signal that innovation is unwelcome in our markets, a signal that may have effect far beyond the fate of Bitcoin exchange-traded products. And what that boils down to, and I really like the tweets better really sum it up. She says in this tweet, the Commission signals an aversion to innovation that may convince entrepreneurs that they should take their ingenuity to other sectors of our economy or foreign markets where their talents will be welcomed with more enthusiasm. Here she says, apparently Bitcoin is not ripe enough, respectable enough, or regulated enough to be worthy of our markets. I dissent. The Commission's action today deprives investors of this choice. I reject the role of gatekeeper of innovation, a role very different from our mission of protecting investors, fostering capital formation, and facilitating fair, orderly, and efficient markets. So this is someone who's very pro-Bitcoin, very pro-innovation, and a voice of reason, and our greatest hero in the SEC. Unfortunately, she's one of 4. But I would think that if one of them are starting to challenge the mindset, then eventually it will lead to the acceptance of more either ETFs or any other kind of vehicles that would foster bigger, broader adoption of cryptocurrencies in the world or in the United States. So her name is Hester Pierce. And if we go over to the US SEC in Wikipedia here and scroll down through all the history, you'll see the current commission members. So she's one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is a Republican, and her term expires 2020. She was appointed by Barack Obama, and her history is she's in law, specializing in financial market regulations. So kudos to Mrs. Pierce, fighting the good fight. What else I want to talk about? So Monk Coin, I went through the process of getting the new wallet and the coin swap. It was super easy. Basically all I did was you take the old wallet and there's a command, you go to the console in settings, you go to the debug console, or I think it's wallet tools or something in the old wallet, and you go to the debug console and you type in the command dump wallet, one word, space, and then the text file of your choice, like monk.txt, and it creates it wherever you launched the wallet from. So usually people launch it from the desktop, so it would create a text file on the desktop, and then you can you have to go into your app data folder, like in Windows, where it stores all the wallet information. So in Windows it would be C users, your username, app data, roaming. That's where all the wallets files are stored. And you take the folder for the Monk wallet, rename it to whatever, just so it's not used. Then you can install the new wallet, run it. Then you want to import it in kind of the same way like you exported on the old wallet. So you go to settings or tools, debug console, and you type in import wallet. I can type right. Import wallet, and then the file name. Hit enter, and everything will just magically show up and happen immediately, because this blockchain is very new. This is just launched a few days ago, and you'll get your new Monk coins and the brand new blockchain, and you should be all set. I haven't received any stakes yet, so I'll update you when that happens. The status of Monk, for those that are faithful to the Monk project, it is currently $1.48. It is only available on Crypto Bridge for buying and selling. You can see Cryptopia delisted it, so the volume is 0. Even though the price is $2.31, but you can't look at that. I think that was the last price when they delisted it. But there are other exchanges in the works. We just have to have faith and let the team figure all that stuff out. Let's look at the roadmap. Okay, so Q1, we're on Crypto Bridge already. Coin swap is done. Specs review and continuous wallet maintenance. Listing on bigger exchanges. That's where we're at now. Okay, so Sonox is apparently a new decentralized exchange, and it's in the pre-vote phase, so you can go over to sonox.io and vote for Monk Coin to be listed. So this is the Sonox voting page. These are all the coins and how many votes they received. Just scrolling here real quick. Monk is number 14. I'm going to go ahead. He's got 599 votes, so I'm going to give him another one. Make it an even 600. And also they're already in the process of getting listed on Coin Exchange. It says it's paid for and ready within 24 hours after new wallet release. So the wallet's been released. So let's go over and check to see if it's listed. So it doesn't appear to be listed yet. Which, what I've noticed with Monk Coin, with the team, when they announce something and they say something's going to be ready, it's never ready on time. And that's what I would expect, and that's what I would want, because what you don't want is when, you got to expect that there's going to be problems with the project. If you're ever involved with any kind of project, you know that there's things that you can't plan for, and they just happen, and you have to deal with them, and it delays your launch date or your target date. And that's what I see happening with Monkcoin all the time. They'll say the new wallet will be ready in a week. Okay, we had some issues. It's going to be ready in 2 weeks. It's going to be ready tomorrow. Oh, we delayed the launch, but it eventually happens. And that's what you want to see. You want to see slow, steady progress, and then eventually they come through. They may not hit their target dates, but eventually they come through. So if they say they're paid for, that it's going to be ready within 24 hours, my guess is, give them a week, and I'm sure it'll be there. There's also other exchanges that are in the works. We got there's a subgroup here in Discord, exchange votings. Here we go. So these exchanges I've never heard of. I think they're new, but we've got Next Exchange, Mercatox, and Altcoin Exchange. So I tried to go to some of these. I couldn't get to the sites. There were problems with certificates. I don't know if that's because they're new or what's going on there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So that is it for Monkcoin. I like Monkcoin. I like the project. I like the fact that you can have a cryptocurrency that's just going to earn you more of itself over time without having to buy more. I look at it as farming. You buy seeds, you plant the seeds, and then you sell some of the crops, and then you replant some of the seeds and grow more. I like that whole looking at it as sort of like a business. But the issue here is, the coin is cheap now, so now's the time when you want to buy it, but you're taking a chance on it being liquid and the price going up in the future. Right now it's only officially on one exchange, which makes it hard to sell and makes the price really cheap. So, if they follow through on a lot of these promises, which I know they will just based on history, then this will easily go back to $5 where it was, before it got delisted from Cryptopia. It actually has gone up to $15 at one time back in the whole hype in January. So I know it's not going to get there anytime soon, but I like the idea of, buying some at $1 or $1.40, earning, 100 more coins over the course of a couple of months, and then selling them at $5 here and there. So that's the thought process behind Monkcoin. So that's it. Stay profitable, my friends. Let me know if there's any altcoins you want me to do a profile on or some technical analysis on, or anything that you're interested in. Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to get to it on the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.